And just like that, people, he's back. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Midnight Family. It's wonderful to see you all. What's up, good people? What is going on? What is going on? I see some hellos being exchanged. It makes me feel better. Tyrone, what's good? Albert C. Vaughn, Moms Kelly, what's going on? Brad, what's good? Noob, Albert C. Flash poll. Optimistic, pessimistic, neither, Brad. Hi, Lauren. Whew. So what's been going on, y'all? They've been working out my kids over there, wall sits and 100 pounds. Hey, could y'all do me a favor and share this video tonight, please? Take a second, make sure you hit the like button. Please, it's important today because I missed a couple days. I don't want the analytics to bottom out. So please take a second. It's an important day to hit the like button. Also, like I said, if you're just doing some social media simultaneously, hit your Facebook or your Twitter with this, to share it just to let everybody know that we're back in the building. And I do appreciate that. Whew. So where do y'all want to start? Where do you want to start? Either way, like, we got to get past the IARP. That's a fact. We got to go bust Boston College. That's a fact. So, Wall City. Get your tickets. Get your Louisville Live tickets. Get your red and white. Because listen, the word is that people from other areas are going to try to come in town to be at these Louisville Lives. You know what I mean? Where it's becoming a thing where like basketball fans want to come see it. Like just say a basketball fan up in Ohio. They want to see this Louisville Live thing. They're hearing about it. High school recruits, not ones that are even coming on like as a visit. High schoolers around the country trying to get their parents to get them tickets. Y'all, if you have a plan on going, you're better off getting the tickets. Listen, even if you got to sell them later on, which you won't have to. But word is around the campfire with a star-studded list of guests coming. Woo. Eyes alive. Louisville Live, I'm pumped, y'all. I'm excited about that. Listen, I was supposed to talk about it on the show today. I had a whole page of all these notes, didn't get to talk about half of it. Coach Payne, if you're listening right now, keep Nolan and Reese away from each other right now. They're not allowed to play any one-on-one. They're both way too competitive. Who'll be the guests? Are you talking about the guests, like the star guests or the recruit guest list? Can somebody give the dates on here? Because the red and white is that Sunday. I don't know I know the tickets went on sale for the red and white game. Tickets going on sale for the Louisville Live. Yeah, y'all might as well jump on them. If you have any intentions of trying to do that, it's going to be a hot ticket. Like I said, the fact that high schoolers from other areas want to come see what it's like. And it's like AAU coaches, dads want to take their young kids to come in town. Like, let's see it. Let's see it for ourselves. So it's like, yes, son, if you keep on grinding, maybe you can make that. October 21st is Louisville Live, and 23rd is the red and white scrimmage. Thank you so much. Lauren, are you talking about the star list? Or are we talking about I know a lot of people put it out there on Twitter on some of the recruits that are coming. Who put this on 3, doing on 3 things? Madden Sanker, the consensus 9th overall, was left off the top 10 list. So I checked the industry comparison. 247, 95th. Rivals, 90th. ESPN, 134th. On 3, 269th. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? 95th on 247. 90th on Rivals. 134. Even 134, he's ranked number 6. Interior offensive lineman. On 3, 269th. Number 24. They're gonna lose so much credibility, man. They're gonna lose credibility so much. I hate that for that. Like I said, we joke around, but at some point you're like, sorry, I was just catching up. Ooh. Oh, he's on demon time. Oh, God. Oh, God. That's demon time right there. Matt Owen, what's good? Anthony, what's going on? He absolutely does. He knows the star list, both, of course. I mean, what? That would be unfair. And here's the problem, y'all. We're gonna have to start cleaning up some of the night crew snitching. We're gonna have to clean up the snitching. Get it back private in here at night. Matt, what was Ennis and Luke talking about? What were they talking about? Doom and gloom with the football? Doom and gloom with the basketball? Which, catch me up. Whew. I was just faking. I told y'all. They just going death penalty. God. I think Steve tweeted it. Let's go take a look really quick. Profile. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We can't be stopped now. Share. Okay. Per Matt Norlander. Notice to Kansas, Arizona, Louisville, and LSU. Frazier just said this about Memphis case. Our intention was to impact those with greater culpability. The panel was intentional in not prescribing penalties that would have an impact on current student athletes. Listen, I hate saying this, but this is the best news you can hear. Listen, the only other good news is you get the penalty. But I won't say they won't just be lying to your face either. Listen, there's no signs that say you're going to get a harsh penalty other than they got away with doing it before. But there's no, like I said, if you're taking the new, it's your right not to trust somebody, okay? But if they tell you we're going to punish the guilty and you say, okay, and then they say, ha, we lied. What can you do about that? Nothing. Or get a lawyer, get ready to sue. Yeah, it looks like a crash right there. Oh, where's that thing at? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me just remove that. Sorry. I started reading stuff and get caught up. What else we got going on? What else do we have going on? We never really laughed about this together, y'all, either. We never really got a chance to laugh about this. Hey, y'all, and he's strong. Stay down. Hold that weight. Percy Miller just said, I don't need the pad. Look, he looked like he really trying to focus. Stay down. I don't think you're supposed to put your hands on your thighs, though. If you're not holding the plate, you should have your arms out. You don't get the brakes on the thigh, young fella. Kamari Lands, he got a college body too, y'all. If he's like Kamari Lands is a true freshman, y'all. Wall chairs are awful with a 45 plate of torture. Yeah, I guess. Listen, if they think negativity sells, I mean, what can you do? A name. I don't have the compiled list. Stay down. I do have it somewhere. I have the names. Those are hard without the weights. Right. Red and white scrimmage, October. So here's the thing, y'all. Hold on. I had to make sure I finished all my glasses of warm water. I was supposed to do it earlier this evening, but I didn't, so we finished up. Brad, I appreciate it. Probably just Amazon. Probably me just scrolling through Amazon or Burlington. Uh-huh. Maybe I got it here. Maybe I got the list here. Oh, hold on. Hold on, y'all. Man, it feels good to be back. Stephen Harvey, what's good? Cecil, what's good? No, Matt Owen. He's sitting right down in Orlando chilling. He said he's in the presidential suite. He ain't going nowhere. Steve said, if you gotta go, chilling in the presidential suite is the way to go. If you listen, if you gotta go out, being on the whatever floor of the presidential suite, in the jacuzzi tub. He said he'll try to give us a call tomorrow during the show. He said they're shutting down everything. He said they're shutting down everything. So he's gonna get some much needed rest. Steve missing softball. Got the Sarge filling in for him. I didn't even talk to him about that. Guess what time it is, y'all? Guess what time it is, y'all? AJ Johnson, Flowers, Heard maybe DJ and Bradshaw. Guess what time it is, y'all? It's time to do the official I'm back cheers. So if you would allow me to take a quick short trip to the kitchen, it's time. I want y'all to celebrate recovery with me. Let's do it right here. Make sure you take a second to get your glass or get your soda, get your Dr. Peppers, cherry Cokes, or whatever you choose to celebrate with. I need everybody to have a nice toast with me. Woo. Woo. Because even your boy Maven got taken down for 48 hours. You took Maven down? You took You took Maven down? Oh, no, you don't. Whew. They tried to take Maven down. Let me get my mouse over here. Now, I can't tell you what my reaction is going to be. Whew. Y'all know how it is. You start purifying your body a little bit. Then you try to go back to your hold on. You start purifying your body, y'all. See, that water's cleaning me out. Oh, to have that metabolism again. Carter Bryant, I did see that. 5-star, 6'8", 5-star power forward, Carter Bryant. Good time to toast. Okay, y'all. Thank you for checking on me, y'all. I am honest. I am serious. I do appreciate it a lot. Yes, listen. It was probably, to Jocelyn and Lauren's credit, and I think Moms Kelly was giving me a hard time too. It was a lot about the rest. I did need the rest. You know, I think the lack of rest is why I wasn't bouncing back as clean. So I will say that, good people. I was well rested. Oh, do I be drinking this stuff straight? Yeah, listen. When you go away and clean up your body a little bit, then come back to this, you like, whew. Well, can I even still do this? Look, or should I just wait another day? Bo, absolutely. Feel like I'm always fair enough. Like I said, I have my cocktail time. We made it back, y'all. Cheers, 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 everybody. Cheers. Hold on, let's get a good cheers sound in. Ah! What the hell? What the hell is that? Queen Lady Lachelle. Put a lemon in there. What the hell is that? I'm telling y'all, you detox for a couple days, your taste buds change and everything. Listen. We're gonna try to go a strong 45, so I can knock down the rest of my chores. But it's ooh, are we ready to? Ooh, I saw a lot of comments, y'all. How are y'all feeling about your football team? I was a little harsh on everybody who was downplaying the South Florida. Now, I didn't want to make South Florida like the championship team or anything. They got a lot of players on that team. And I saw some good things out of that. I'm going to need them to really. Florida State looked good against Boston College. I'm going to need to guard these tight ends at Boston College. I don't want to see these tight ends running crazy on this. How y'all feeling about the Boston College 12 o'clock start? Are we going out now? Now that your boy Maven's recovered? We going to meet out at some establishment, Lauren? Corito, you're never satisfied. Nobody's ever satisfied. Elaborate. Henry, elaborate. You think it'll be a close game because of Boston College or because of us? Don't say that. Don't say that. We might be too loud. Listen, Chris is having a problem with a local neighbor or something. Saying people, still Malik being Malik. Yeah. Now I agree with that. Is that what you're talking about, Corito? Malik still being Malik. Mm-mm. Mm. Hold on. Hold on. Let me check on something. Hold on. Lawrence, I'll see you in 2 years. That's not true. Because this won't be a big thing. This will just be dropping the location of where I'm gonna be at. I got a birthday gift out at BW3's in Middletown, and I haven't went to pick it up yet. What's today's date? 26, 27? So my birthday gift been out there 10 days. I might have to pick it up. Henry, because of us. The penalties are driving me insane. Were we bad with penalties last game? Overthrows. Yeah, I agree. But like I said, those overthrows, man, that's coach telling him, whatever you do, keep it away from the opponent. That's him just trying to make sure he don't have a turnover. But that's not gonna. Okay, with that kind of attitude, in my humble opinion, and with that kind of attitude, we'll never have a highly draftable quarterback if the coach just keeps teaching them, throw it out in front of them, and because you got to make a lot of sharp passes. Consistency. Yeah, it bothers me. I don't remember a lot of penalties. I try to look at the positives, like the fact we score more points every game, and to seriously impress me before we keep stuff. Yeah, like Ricky, nobody's talking about contract extension. That was my point from the beginning. It's like it's too early to even start talking about judging the job. It's like, because once you start like having a final judgment, you're missing the details along the way. How are you going to know what to look for in a new coach if you just already like, okay, like you might need to find out what kind of coaches can coach the players we got, and stuff like, it's a lot of details. We should, it's like, take your time. And we're not talking about extending them and fire. He's coaching the full season. This is a fact. I don't think we have any players. I mean, Bobby had some guys, Tutu, Mekhi Becton and Tutu. Mekhi Becton, Tutu. Did Dez Fitzpatrick. Russ Yeast don't count. Yeah, Mekhi, Dez, and so look. So would y'all take Harold back now? Tutu is from Bobby's class. Oh yeah. They're definitely at. There's definitely not. There's definitely not Satterfield guys coming in I mean, Yaya. Is Yaya Diaby? Is he a JUCO kid from Satterfield? Because he'll make some money. I agree with Coach Brown. Y'all want to do some press conference real quick? The press conferences were short. Yeah, let's do that real quick. Let's have a sip, y'all. Damn, I'm back. Surely y'all can hang out with me another 10, 12 minutes. Let me get the headphones so we can check out some press conference really quick before we get out of here. Come on, got they made it back at night. Cut me some slack. There you go. Hold on, y'all. Let's get it. 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 Where they at? Where they at? 7 hours ago. Let's do this. Hold on. Hold on. Boom. Share. 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 Let's do it. Let's do it.
You know, first of all, talk a little bit about the last game, South Florida. I thought we played our most complete game last week. Had a lot of respect for them coming in. Played really well defensively right from the start. Really gave up one running play, and that they hit for about 37 yards. Didn't fit that one correctly, but other than that, tackled well, played well, ran to the ball where we were supposed to be, made them one-dimensional. And offensively, did some really good things. Rushed for over 200 yards again. I think our third straight game. Malik over 100 yards rushing for 3 straight games. Very efficient and just in the overall flow of the whole game. Took control early and really didn't relinquish any of that. And was proud of the way our guys bounced back in that week. I think so. This week, obviously, back on the road. Playing in conference again, which we need to play well. Obviously, for a conference game, and then having to go up to Boston, on the road. Obviously, a challenge when you're playing on the road in the ACC. But it comes back to us. I think, focus on what we can control, which is how we prepare. I thought we did a great job of that last week.
I agree.
Very intentional in how we prepare. We got to do that again this week. Our guys have to be focused in each and every day with the game plan that we're putting in, how to execute it, and then obviously go up there and play fast. I think it's a 12 o'clock kick again. I thought our guys did a great job with that last week. That was our first 12 o'clock game that we had. It's a big difference when you're thinking 7:30 to 12. Having to wake right up. You got an 8 o'clock pregame.
Come on, y'all. Give him his props.
Same thing that we're going to have to do this week.
12 o'clock.
Against a Boston College team that has not done as well as they would have liked.
It's going to be cold and dreary. They're trying to save their season.
Offensively, obviously one of the best players in our conference was Zay Flowers. They're going to do everything they can to get the ball to him. He is fast. He can run. He can catch. He runs great routes. I think he's one of the best receivers in our league. And I think they've struggled a little bit in protection wise. I think they're giving up some pressures there. But their quarterback's a talented player.
You mean big, before this year?
He's got a really good arm. He can throw it. I think just the issue of protection.
You mean previously?
I think is probably the one thing that's hurt them the most this year offensively. I think defensively, turn the film on. There's a lot of guys back from last year. I think they're a very, very solid defense. They're where they're supposed to be. They don't get out of position. They do a really good job running to the football. They're a good tackling team. It's a good defense. I mean, it really is. And they did lose one of their best defensive players, number 11, the defensive end. He's an outstanding player. I remember him from last year. Had a couple of tackles for loss against us last year, which I think he's out for the season now. But really, all the other guys are back, and it's an old defense. A lot of graduates that are on that defense. So, but just another challenge for us to go on the road. We need to get a conference win. So we need to have a great week of practice, and looking forward to that. Ashton Gelati missed last week with an injury. Will be back this week.
Let's go, Ashton.
He'll be at practice this afternoon.
Come on, baby boy.
I know we missed him last week. It was kind of a game time decision with him, but he missed a lot of time in practice last week and really didn't feel he was ready to play. So we were able to put him in this week, so he should be back. So that'll give us, some good boost right there. I think Yaya's playing at a high level. I think he's leading the ACC in sacks right now. Ashton's up there as well in sacks per game. So I think both of those guys are doing a really good job.
Michael Singleton. I haven't had cocktails recently, so thank you. Thank you for welcoming me back to the night show and the traditional rituals. Here we go. Let's get a good one in. Get a quick pause. Thank you for the welcome back. Let's go.
We put in more pressure on teams this year, which I think is awesome. Trying to knock them off the sticks to create these third and long situations. Our defense has done a much better job with that. We got to continue that as well this week.
Scott, how do you keep that sharpness that you had from last week? And she was ready to play when they came out that Saturday. And the other thing is you had only, I think, 5 or 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Did they run Sunday?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we had to run for our mistakes that we had in that game. 5 penalties that we had there. 2 of them were late in the game. But yeah, you can't lose your concentration. And I think the good news is that most of those penalties were during the play. So that's just playing hard. Now you're going to have some of those type penalties, but I think we didn't have as many pre-snap penalties. That was the key. And I think
he trailed jump one time real bad.
Going back to the Florida State game, I thought we played extremely hard. We didn't fit we didn't tackle as good as we needed to tackle, and I think that gave up some of those big plays. I mean, again, I mentioned it. We had 4 sacks and 10 tackles for loss against those guys, and I think, but that, we lost contained twice to turn into 14 points. I mean, those are things that we got to get better, and we did. We got better at that, so we got to continue to get better at that, and it starts in practice throughout the whole week. Of guys doing what they're supposed to do, and really focusing in. I mean, to me, it's the biggest thing is just focusing each and every play. You can't take a play off. One play, I do the wrong thing, and all of a sudden it's a big play, and we don't look good. So it all fits and like a puzzle, and so everybody has to be on point with their assignment.
One thing, Scott, that I've noticed, and I'm sure everybody else has, your kicking game, your kickoffs, your punts, your punt returns this year, your kickoff return has been maybe about as good as I've seen it at Louisville in a long time. Obviously, do you have a separate coach for that? And do you obviously put an
coverage
on that?
Yeah, we really emphasize it big time in fall camp, even in the spring and in fall, and then obviously throughout the week. We spend a lot of time every day working on that. I think it starts with the actual kicking. I think Mark Vassett's well ahead of where he was last year as a true freshman, as a punter. He's punting the ball high. He's giving our guys opportunity to cover and get down the field. And our guys are they're flying down the field and they're throwing at these returners, and they're doing a great job with that. We're kicking the ball in the kickoffs. We're trying to kick it out of the end zone. I mean, and we're doing a great job with that. And they're late in the game. We gave up a return late in the game. I think it was one of the last plays. We had some guys that are not normally out there. We had a lot of guys, and so I think that was one of the reasons I got that return. Really pleased with the way the guys are covering, and that's a huge part because you're flipping the field, man, and we're allowing our guys to flip that field with those kicks. We got some different things we're doing in the punt team, and then Braden Smith as a returner, he's fearless. I think if you look at his stats, they're not great, but he is fielding the ball and not allowing that ball to roll another 10 or 15 yards. Those are some hidden yards right now. Sometimes it doesn't come up in the stat book. You're going to look at it and you're going to say, man, he had 4 carries for 0 return yards. Well, he stopped the ball from rolling back. And I really appreciate how he's fielding it, how he's doing it. He's fearless. Sometimes he makes me nervous because the guys are all around him.
Come on,
like
Brady.
a fair catch very often either. So, but I like the aggressiveness.
I thought he
has.
fair catch
so,
too
yeah,
much.
We're pleased with that. And JT's kicked the ball well. The last couple of games, and so we got to continue.
Ryan,
that trend.
100%.
It's been really good to see in the kicking game.
Coach, I'll follow up a little bit on that. I've got a different question, but he asked you who coaches the special teams. Do you?
So the way we do this year, last year, we had the one coach. This year, we're splitting it up. We got a bunch of guys that are kind of heading that up. And Jeff Popovich is a guy who's kind of the leader in the building. But all our coaches, we've got there's 4 coaches that are assigned to each special team unit, and we're all involved. So it's more of a team effort as a coach now instead of having one guy. We got a bunch of eyes on it, and so a bunch of coaches that are looking at different things throughout the building in the kicking game. I think that's really helped this year.
I wanted to ask you about the running back situation. You've had 3 different running backs that have been the leading rushers at that position. What are your thoughts on that, on the running backs now, and maybe your preference going forward?
Well, I mean, really, it's kind of been some guys hurt one week, some guys healthy one week. I mean, Tyon missed a game, Cooley missed a game early. Jay Mitch has been out. Jaws was a little banged up last week, and so it's kind of been by committee, I think. But what I like out of this bunch is when they're getting their chance and their opportunity, they're making the most of it. We've seen what Cooley's been able to do the last 2 weeks. He really ran hard again. We looked at the Florida State game. He had 4 big catches. He had 2 touchdowns. Tyon came back, ran hard this past game. Jordan, to me, is an explosive back that's really gotten some big-time plays. So I love the competition and the effort that the guys have been able to create, and I think we'll continue that on. We'll tell them today. I mean, it's an open competition. I mean, it's whoever's going to be practicing the best, and that's why I love it in practice because they're getting really great reps at it. They don't have time to take a play off, and then when you come into the game, it's more of a feel.
But
thing.
If you're not letting them hit,
who's seeing it, who's feeling it, and then also we want to keep them fresh, and so we are going to rotate. It depends on how the flow of the game is going. So. But I'm very pleased with the way all the guys have played so far in that room.
KD, we don't have to do that this early.
We put the ball on the ground last week, the Florida State week. We got to do a better job taking care of the football. But other than that, I think that group's done a really nice job.
Scott, going back to the penalties bit, heading into that USF game, you guys were averaging 10 a game, but then go into the USF game, commit 5, and only 3 of them were outside of garbage time. What was it you did as the week went on to kind of improve in that area, and how do you kind of focus in on that to make sure this isn't just a one-time thing?
In what area? I'm sorry. What area are you talking about?
How do you continue to make sure you guys stay disciplined and don't commit as many penalties?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it's something we've talked about and focusing on. We're trying to stay disciplined. And, again, to me, it's the pre-snap penalties is what drives me crazy, where it doesn't take any talent. It's just focus and concentration. Did a much better job with that. Disappointed in the one defensive penalty on 4th down that we got, and you gave them an extra 5 yards. Again, that's focus. That's discipline. That's what we're really kind of focusing on. The ones that happen after the play, man, we're playing hard. Sometimes you're going to get that. Like Dorian Jones gets called at the end of the game for a late hit out of bounds, and it's really, really close. I mean, the guy's right on the sideline. I can't hardly fault a guy for that because we're playing hard. And, but the pre-snap penalty, we're going to continue to focus on it. We have, things that we're doing at practice that we talked about. Hey, you're going to go get your 10 up.
Yeah,
right
I
now.
agree, Chris.
We're going to run after
100%.
practice just to try to keep them focused in to know what we have to do, because it's so huge.
Marvin, you confident in that one?
And we've seen how much it hurts us when we do those things. So we just keep harping on it, and hopefully we'll continue to learn that we're going to be a better team if we don't have those penalties.
We talked a lot after the game about the number of people that you played. How do you manage the young guys and knowing that you got 4 games and some of them, like Turner and Popeye played, some snaps? How do you manage those guys moving forward?
Well, I think, either some of those guys will try to increase their role and let them do more for us. Like Maurice Turner, I think is a really good football player. He's on a lot of our special teams. Now let's find other ways that he can help us. And I think, if it's a guy who we see maybe not be still down the line a little bit, we'll be, really cautious about playing him only just a few snaps because, you get those 4 games. So I think it's week by week and an individual case basis to see where they can really help us. Like Chris Bells, for example, who really came out. We saw what he got that one nice catch and took off down the sideline. He's a monster out there at wide out and can really run. So hopefully, like a guy like that will increase his role a little bit more this week, get him some more opportunities to catch the football. Because I think a guy like him, I think he's going to get better and better every week. So I do think it's individually, on a case by case basis to see where we're at with those guys. The other thing to think about is, and we told the guys Sunday in our meeting, is that when you get in this point in the season, we're game 4, we're getting ready to hit game 5, and the injuries start to creep in. More and more guys are going to have roles on special teams, and we've seen it every year. And so some of those guys will start to increase that role with that, and therefore also increase their role on offense or defense. So I think as we see how the season goes forward, we'll see what we need to do.
Scott, you guys are obviously running the ball really well, popping some big runs. How would you evaluate your passing game up to this point?
Mm-hmm. Well, I think we've gotten a lot of production out of our offense as we sit here after 4 weeks. You always look at it. We're 450 yards a game right now. We've played some good teams. We feel like we're about as balanced as you can be, 225 to 225. In run and pass. And I think we've also increased our scoring from each week. We've gotten more and more points as we move forward. You're kind of settling in as an offense to see where we're at. We would like to hit a few more throws down the field. We'll keep working at it. We'll keep trying to find ways. Obviously, the bottom line is to move the ball and score points. And we just started out and early in the season just not doing as well scoring points. And I think the last 2 weeks we've done a much better job with it. We're more disciplined on offense. We're allowing our offense to go faster. If you notice, the tempo the last few games has been a lot quicker on offense, and we've been able to get more plays. I think last week in the first half, we had 18 first downs in the first half, and Florida State, we had 17. I mean, that's a lot of first downs in one half, and I think we're putting pressure on the defense that way. But again, we're going to take what the defense gives us, and if we can run it, we'll run it. If they're going to give us a throw, we'll try to take that as well. But last week there were a couple of times we had some guys there. We'd love to be able to complete those balls. We just got to keep working.
I don't like the defense dictating everything because it's going to get Malik trapped.
How much would
I just don't like that phrasing of always saying,
yeah,
if they give us this, then we'll take this. If they give us this, it's like, no.
Defend us. They're
why
having to
aren't
defend
we
11
taking
guys,
what
not
we
just
want?
10. It's 11 guys.
We should have them
They
on the
got to
hills.
account for Malik. And it should open up some holes. It should open up some of the
You know what I'm
game.
saying?
It should open up some more run game for the running backs.
I just
we like
something
that,
like that. It's like it's no big deal.
For our offense.
I'm not going to freak out. It just kind of irritates the sports side of me.
We did not do a very good job.
We'll give them what they,
in his run
whatever
game,
they give us, we'll try to take.
Since then, we have, and we've been much better offense. We've moved the ball. We've scored more.
So
points,
they're
dictating.
dictating.
Pressure on the
Okay,
defense.
we're gonna give Malik some passes.
Hopefully, we'll get these receivers,
and then we're gonna pass it.
In the throw game
it's like
and
no,
continue
go
to make
take
some big
what we
plays in that.
want.
I guess along that line with the receivers, what kind of progress have you seen with them in terms of trying to get separation?
Gosh darn it.
And create options for Malik? And I guess the second question about penalties, what is your balance between holding guys accountable and avoiding calling them out?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, well, when you get penalties, you sometimes you need to get called out. If it's the same ones that are continuing to do the same penalties.
Salute, Charles.
And so, but if you ask them, they're going to tell you the same thing too. So I mean, I don't think it's necessarily a thing that's going to be negative. You got to listen. You got to own up to it. I mean, if it's something that we're doing as coaches, then we'll get it. We'll own up to it. We'll get it fixed. And if something as an individual player is doing, then they got to get it fixed. So it goes hand in hand. It's all of us. We're all in that thing together. But as far as the receivers go, we try to find ways that we look at the game plan to free them up and to get them open. Obviously, it's the quarterback's job when they are open to hit them. The line's got to do a great job of protection. So it's all those things. I do think our guys have done a decent job of getting open. I think, at times we got to do better if we can. But we had a few more Saturday. We got out there. We just got to be able to make a throw and catch. And I think just continue to practice, continue to looking at it and find ways to get some of these playmakers in space. I think Mari Huggin-Bruce was a guy who we like to be able to get free. We had him free a few times Saturday, and because I do think he's a big play receiver. He's one of our more explosive guys. T. Hud is a big catch radius guy where we feel comfortable throwing to. And, Braden Smith's working the underneath. Ford's another guy who's a great target. So we just got to continue to build those guys out. And we've been very successful throwing to the backs this year as well. Coming out of the backfield, we got to continue to do that too.
Scott, I just mentioned Braden. He had a court case today stemming from the assault charge from a few months back. I guess at that time, he's obviously suspended indefinitely, brought it back. Just curious what went into the decision-making process to bring him back, and just want to get your comments on that legal situation right now.
Yeah, it was something we handled this past spring, summer in-house with him and did some things, suspensions.
Start
and
doing
things.
it
We're
in-house.
always going to take any allegations serious and look at each case individually. That's what we did with Brady.
In-house.
We felt those time he was able to come back and play, and court date I guess was today, so we'll see.
From now on, everything in-house.
Yeah, we handled that in-house and was able to bring him back right during camp.
I'll give them a point on that one, y'all.
Scott, you mentioned their defense is at Boston College. A lot of veteran guys. Last year they had 4 takeaways.
I'll give that a check mark for in-house
this weekend.
Same thing. Taking care of the football offensively. End with the kick. I think that's the key. We can go back last year. You can go back the year before that when we went up there. We turned the ball over. Tutu had a fumble. I remember Hassan Hall had a fumble on a nice run. I mean, we threw a pick at the end of the game. I mean, so we got to do a much better job taking care of the ball. The thing that Boston College, what they do defensively is keep that umbrella, keep it all in front of you, and then they run to the football. And I feel like for us, last year we had a couple of fumbles, we had an interception. If we do a great job of just having a kick at the end of it, we'll be able to move the football. Last year, I think we rushed for over 300 yards on them. Did not throw the ball great against them, but being patient, I think offensively, there's a fine line going fast but being patient within the plays that we're running. And then, and then defensively, we got to continue to play like we did last week. We got to keep doing that. And I think that will help our offense as well. The thing that we did great last week was we played off of each other, which we haven't done this year, where, the offense is feeding off the defense and vice versa, and the kicking game too. So just that feeding off each other, we got to be able to do, because you're going on the road. We're gonna need to be able to play as a team and a unit like we did last week. All right, thanks.
Listen, he got the rest of the year to prove it. I'm not saying I totally disagree with it. Oh, no. I'm not saying I disagree. I'm not saying some stuff I disagree with, but not totally. I don't totally disagree with anybody's opinions. I understand everybody's perspective. You know what I'm saying? I do understand that. We're damn sure not playing snooze, you lose. Yeah, and that's a fair thing. We got what we got. Listen, he got a year. He got the season. He's gonna get his shot. Like I said, I saw some improvements, but I mean, I'm not worried about he's not pulling the wool over my eyes or anything. So it's not like a big deal. I don't panic. Okay, people who don't want him here, when he plays good and you overreact, oh no, he didn't do anything. It's you don't have to overreact because you don't think he's gonna work out. Okay, but you don't have to overreact and you don't have to make a case about how bad he is every time he plays good. Or if he coaches well. If he coaches well, give him his props. If he doesn't, you can critique. But sitting there with your mind already made up, I don't want other people to lose their credibility, because it's okay, now you look like you have an axe to grind. If I go back and read the comments and everything's negative about Saturday. It's like, no, he has some positives. And if you can't admit that, then it's an axe to grind. We gotta decide. We have to take our time in deciding, who's the coach? Can we do better? Who's affordable? What's going on? But you're gonna have a whole season. It's like right now is not the time to just cross your arms and pray that he loses so you can be right. You can do that if you want, like more power to you, but okay. Anthony, you say he is what he is. Okay. If he beats Boston College, beats whoever, and beats Pitt, will you say something different, or are you just stuck saying he is what he is? Are you just committed to he is what he is? At game 4 in his 4th year, are you just like, yeah, I don't care about the COVID year. I don't care about nothing else. He is what he is. He can't win, my opinion, ever. Fuck the recruiting class improvement. Fuck the 4 running backs that we got going. All the improvements that he makes. Like, are we just gonna say, yeah, none of that stuff matters. He just is what he is. Listen, if you don't have confidence that he's going to improve, that's okay. But when you lock in where he is who he is, it's like, okay, well, your mind's made up. So are you even going to enjoy watching the games? Or are you just going to root against him because you want to be right that he is what he is? It's possible he is what he is, but you don't know that yet. Because he has some good performances. Jesus Christ. Oh, okay. Sorry. I 100% apologize. Retract. I misunderstood. Retract that whole thing. Sorry. Touching you. What could sweet Caroline. Fuck you, Kate. I've never seen so good. So good. So good. So good. I really cried. Fuck you, Kate. You believe they never would. Fair enough. I misunderstood. But I hear so much of that. He is what he is. Like you're not even willing to entertain the idea that maybe some of the bad breaks were just that. Like maybe he is, maybe he is improving. Maybe he is getting everybody better. Oh, yeah, like Briley, Briley, you should already subscribed it. What's good? What's good? Billy, you just now getting in here? No, I'm on edge. Listen, I'm back. I'm back doing a night show. I got a bite. I'm spicy. I'm back, baby. Now, I look. Now I'm getting my midnight sharp teeth back. Thank y'all for giving me a good sparring session. Thanks for giving me a good sparring session. I'm gonna get back right. Took a couple of days off. Y'all get out of here. Enjoy yourselves. Good night, all good people. Let me start getting my life back in order.